today. And on the seventh day, God created ChillPoint, and it was good.
I'd say we put a lot of trust in the guy who said, God said that let there be light, and there was light, and then it was good. And I'm kind of like, yeah, all the points like, well, let there be light, and then there was light. It's like, okay, I can see that.
I mean,
that happened.
That might have been Paul.
Right?
But I don't know who wrote the books first.
You know, and let there be ChillPoint. It's like, and it was good, and it's kind of like, now we're just taking the word of the writer for that. Was it good? He thinks it's good.
Are you telling me you don't like ChillPoint? Is this your turn to grumble out?
It's my heel turn all of a
He's
sudden.
saying some aspects of the Bible may not be
entirely trustworthy.
May not be objectively verifiable truth.
I'm just saying you have to have an awful lot of faith in the narrator.
I mean, it could be...
it's true. It's true. I mean, who does the narrator really think he is anyway?
Inconsistent narrator. What's the trope? The
Unreliable.
Unreliable narrator.
Yeah.
Yeah, could be.
So I went to the store and I bought a carabiner. And
which one?
I bought this one.
Okay.
Yeah, this one I've had for years.
I know, but like,
yeah, I am to be clear.
You should be clear to the audience
because I had
clearly watching.
I had a split ring on here, which connected to a much larger split ring, which then connected to other things on other split rings. I removed four split rings.
Split ring. Can't do the split ring. The split ring. Why do you need two carabiners?
So this one connects to my belt loop. And then I needed some way of connecting this thing, which is getting very worn. The strap needed to connect to all the
you need
keys.
one of those
I had one for a while.
Cable
in
things.
fact, yeah. The trouble with the retractable cable thing, though, is that the weight of the keys will just make it come out, and then they'll just rest in your pocket normally. And the thing about this was like it was free, but it's like I can hook this on my belt loop, like a badass punk, and or a anyway, so the strap then lets it hang low enough that then all the keys can hang in my pocket. But then when I was doing that, I was like, oh, it's actually not quite long enough. And so I added a huge split ring to kind of like even out my keys. But then when I was doing that, I realized, no, I like it better when it's like this with all these other little additional things. And then I was like, you know what? I should just take off. This had two split rings on it in a chain. And then this chain had an extra split ring on it as well. And I was like, why do I have all that? I have this because then I can like do this so I can take the keys off for the moon base. And I can be like, I can give this to somebody if they need to get in and out of the moon base. I don't have to give them all my keys for it. And that's the only reason why I have this little extra piece that's left here.
Now, don't everybody like screenshot this and trace Bija's keys.
No.
I don't think the resolution is going to be there for you to do that.
Probably not.
Ard Clive's being like, Night Eyes S-biners. G-biner. That's the secret tech. Heather showed me this last night. This is a Night Eyes G-biner, or beaner, or whatever you want to call it. It has a gate here, right? It has a gate here, and it has an internal gate here so that you can slide your keys up the one side and then slide them down to an area that locks even further. So that even if you take this thing off, the keys can still stay in here.
They won't slip around on you.
It's super cool.
I have a couple different carabiners at home for reasons.
And this is a net improvement.
I have a smaller version of that because I was like, maybe you just want something like this, but bigger than this. They make them.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised. You can get quite large carabiners.
So I went to the store and I was like, I'll buy. She had like a number 2, and I bought the number 4 because it's larger. And I was like, okay, I think this.
You went down to the Beaner store.
I did go to the Beaner store, yeah.
And
you have any idea when you go into a Canadian Tire how hard it is to be like, well, I think I usually find this in the hardware section. It's just all of Canadian Tire.
Yeah, it's just all hardware.
Yeah.
What's the hardware? Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. Hey, everybody. Welcome to ChillPoint, the show where we talk about climbing accessories that have turned into just attaching random things accessories.
Probably actually shouldn't use that on a rope for climbing.
Probably not.
Probably not.
That's likely a bad idea.
Yeah.
Maybe for some other rope things, but not for climbing.
There was one that they had there that said it's rated up to 280 pounds, and I'm like, okay.
It's a lot of keys.
Yeah.
You've got a problem if that's your keys. But we also occasionally talk about video game news.
Oh, we can't possibly have any of that yet, right? It's probably still too soon for actual news, right?
Well, you'd think so.
Dang it.
And yet, 2026 has gotten off to
I start.
A rocky
a start.
I mean,
I won't say a good start. I won't
Right.
say a bad. Let's say just say it started.
like ChillPoint especially has kind of been in a rocky position. We've missed 3 weeks so far, thanks to Christmas, thanks to New Year's, and then thanks to the PPR that just happened. And it was like, surely we could get a checkpoint out. Like we've missed so many in a row, and it was like, but the PPR's coming up, and boy, do we have a lot of stuff we have to get done for that. Okay, we will take one more week off.
It's just better for everybody's sanity to not do that much work.
Yeah.
We intend to be back with Checkpoint next week.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Well, you intend to. I intend to stop things from happening.
That's your new role here.
New? I'm always trying to stop things from happening. Everybody works themselves to death.
We do an awful lot.
Except for maybe Paul. Mm-hmm. You might be the most ordinary work balance life out of all of us.
Paul works when he needs to and stops when he doesn't.
I mean, that's probably good, but somehow I feel like insulted that it's like, hey,
That I don't need to stop you from hurting yourself.
Yeah. Hey, how dare you?
If you want, I can once a week just be
sometimes.
like, hey, Paul, be nice to yourself. If you want. I could do one of those.
You could have had Sunday off, Paul.
I know.
Instead, you came in for all this abuse.
And yet I'm here.
Does anyone know if we turned the fridge back on after yesterday's filming?
Graham set an alarm on his phone that said that to remind him to turn the fridge back on. And
I just got a text. Did we turn the fridge back on after? We did once, but I can't remember if we turned it off a second time.
I'll be right back.
This is important because a bunch of Bija's food is currently in our fridge.
Yeah, because we're having a problem with our freezer again.
Anyway,
Quickly while he's not here.
video game news has indeed happened. Some video game news has happened. Starting with, all right, here's a tough decision for you. Haunted Paws or Ghostly Whiskers?
So pause is in pause.
As in
Key pause.
as in paws, as in animal
right,
paws.
Animal paws and ghostly whiskers. I like ghostly whiskers. That sounds pretty fun. Was it on?
Did you forget why you went there and brought those instead? Did you
check
also
the
check the
fridge?
fridge?
No, I did check the fridge.
Is it on?
The fridge was on, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
In fact, when I walked into the room, I could hear it running.
Oh.
So
Yeah, actually, I did grab a drink from the fridge and it was cold, so I'm just
Anyway,
gonna let him know the fridge is on.
so Haunted Paws versus Ghostly Whiskers.
I like
That is-
ghostly whiskers as a name better.
that is your choice because Haunted Paws is a game that has been is it early access or it's been announced and previewed on Steam.
is it about like the ghosts of your pets?
It is in fact about Haunted Paws is a cozy co-op horror game
No,
where you
no.
pay
I'm sorry.
you play
No.
as
I want to hear
Horror,
this. I want to hear
cozy-
this.
No.
cozy horror.
No.
No, keep it going. I want to hear how this all
You
plays
play
out.
as two puppies trying to rescue their human friend in a haunted mansion. Create your own puppy, explore spooky environments, and defeat evil creatures in an action-packed adventure.
But is spooky or spoopy?
It says...
It says spooky.
It says in spooky environments.
Right. But this isn't going to be like...
But you're also playing as two doggies. One of them has got... Well, let's look at this trailer, shall we?
Okay.
Right? Cartoony, kind of loose and blobby.
Tiny dog. Digging up stuff.
I mean, it's scary music.
Yeah, that...
But that dog has a top hat, so it can't be all bad.
Oh, I see. They're
Different dogs.
Well, it did say you can make your own
Oh,
dog,
you got
right?
dog outfits. No. Any game with a dog with a top hat can't be bad.
Oh my god, they have to activate switches.
Ah, spider.
Jesus.
So like it looks like you could do 2-player on the same screen, right? Like
Yeah, it's
local.
like a split screen.
Oh, I smell It Takes Two. Okay.
So anyway, Haunted
Yeah.
Paws is a game that's been previewed. Looks fun. A little while ago, Ghostly Whiskers.
Whiskers aren't usually associated with dogs. Those are usually more a cat thing.
They do have
Indeed.
them though, yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Ghostly Whiskers is a short but unforgettable co-op or solo adventure that blends light horror with heartwarming moments. Solve puzzles, explore eerie rooms, and use your feline instincts, like squeezing through tight spaces, climbing ledges, and sniffing out hidden clues, to uncover the truth.
Kitties?
I thought you were gonna say it's adorable but unforgiving.
So
So-
this is like Nintendogs and Nintendcats that we could have them both, but
Only in spooky night times.
Except, this has some probably AI generated imagery up here.
can't say for sure. We
Can't
haven't seen
say for
anyone say
sure.
it, but
I haven't seen anyone confirm it. I've seen several people being like, yeah, that definitely looks like that. And the developers of Haunted Paws have posted, this is not a Haunted Paws game. This is a direct copy, an unauthorized copy that steals our concept, visuals, and story using AI-generated assets, releasing on the PlayStation
they're
Store.
alleging it's AI generated.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
I mean,
I'm willing to give
one's dogs, one's cats.
yes,
So I don't know about using their exact story.
but also saying it is a direct copy. I'm like, it is. I would say it is a ripoff, especially if you're not. If
At least from what we've seen and what we've heard, definitely.
It's like if the idea is like, hey, it's this game, but instead of dogs, it's cats, and but it's the same. If it was like the same art style, because they're saying it's our concept, our visuals, and our story. I'm like, okay,
Now,
well,
yeah, there isn't any gameplay video from Ghostly Whiskers
I
yet,
see.
so we don't know. We don't have anything to really compare it against, except for the description, the self-made description. So Haunted Flock or Lazy Flock Studios, who's the company that makes Haunted Paws, seems to be pretty adamant that this is a bad copy.
Is
And,
there a lot of like have there been comparisons of anything like does anyone have, because you just said we don't have video or screenshots,
like the
or
game isn't
anything,
actually out yet.
yeah,
And they don't even have a gameplay video of it yet.
and it wasn't like any of that was taken down in the process, so.
Is
It doesn't look
on,
like it, no.
Is it on Steam? Because Steam has that thing where you have to fill in.
It's only on the PlayStation Store
Right.
right now.
Oh, we have an image apparently, image.api.playstation.com,
like a menu?
so that would be from the,
Oh, okay.
wow, wait a minute.
That art style is definitely looking very like the thing.
Yeah, and the title treatment, that very kind of soft, rounded.
Yeah, the Haunted
Yeah,
Paws.
they're going for the same.
Did they put a paw mark in one of the
I mean-
in the O for Ghostly?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. That is making a more compelling argument. I hadn't seen this screenshot.
Yeah.
That is quite the thing. I mean, I've seen many games that have, or many things that'll have like a cat paw or a dog paw
Yeah,
in
I
the middle
mean,
of the thing
it's
before.
not like
Unfortunately,
it's kind of an easy go for, right? Like to try to put a paw mark in a title.
Yeah.
but unfortunately, these sort of AI generated things are in sort of copies of it's the whatever Asylum movies thing, right?
Yep.
A sort of fast cut rate development studio can make something
Yep.
that can fool people in the time between when a game is announced and the game is going to be released.
Yeah.
And so they can kind of muddy the waters.
I'm looking at Nostra Games.
Who's the people who are making supposedly?
Yeah, Games for Nostra Games on Nostra Games Limited on PlayStation is 28 Days Trainwreck Survivor, Nostra Games Save the Doge bundle, Nostra Games Pinstrike Trilogy bundle, Pinstrike 3 Ultra Bonk Survivors, Hyper Casual bundle. Let's see, like Pinstrike 2. A lot of these games are about $2 a piece. Oh no, there's some that's Shelter 79 Mutant Protocol, $11.
Some serious shovelware.
These guys have made Dunk Trickster 2, Motel Business Simulator. Yeah. Oh, just a game called Money Laundering Simulator.
Really?
Yep. Just straight up money laundering simulator.
Huh.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's.
And that's $12. It's the most expensive game they sell.
Wait, is that actually a guy with a? Does the guy actually have? He's actually in a laundromat. Wait, he actually has. Is this?
You can launder money through a laundromat if you want.
I don't want to. I don't want to spend $12 to find out if this is actually
Just a money laundering scheme.
about. No. If it is actually about like operating a laundromat.
Right. Yeah, Nostra Games has a website. They're making a game called Rush on Steam. I don't know if this is the same company or not. That's the thing. They're in Nicosia, Cyprus. Maybe this is all the same site or same people. I have no idea.
Anyway,
But yeah.
so this is one of these sort of unfortunate, the shovelware thing. We'll see. I mean,
I'm interested in the dog one.
yeah, once these games actually come out, it'll make it clear which is the real one, I guess. I'm sure it will be pretty clear. The Haunted Paws, the dog one, doesn't currently have a release date. It's not even in early access or anything, but it looks like they were doing some playtest weeks and stuff.
It's the concept of a 2-player thing that really gets me for it.
Yeah, it seems like it could be
walking
cool.
around as a dog on your own, I'm like, sure, but walking around as like 2 people being dogs walking around, I think could be a lot of fun.
Later this year, we'll share information about the upcoming demo and full game release. So stay tuned and get ready to begin your
demo.
journey. Begin the journey or continue the journey you started during the playtest. So they just actually finished up a playtest. 300,000 unique playtest users. Cool. Anyway, check that out and of course, if there's a game that you think looks interesting, especially from an indie developer on Steam, go ahead and wishlist it. It's really helpful for them to find out if people are excited about a game.
Yeah, wishlisting is a big thing when it comes to indie games. Just gonna there.
Speaking of new cool looking things, there are new skins for the PS5. This is specifically for the PS5 Slim, I believe.
These aren't downloadable.
No. These are, I guess, skins isn't the correct term. I guess.
Plates.
Shells, covers.
So it's a set of controllers. I'm not sure I don't think the PlayStation has, you could have swappable plates in the controllers,
No,
but there are plates on the.
So if it's a thing where you're like kind of adhering almost a decal-like thing, that is technically a skin in terms of that.
But yeah,
it's soft and yielding.
It's got this cool.
Just like real skin.
Yeah, it's a carapace.
This cool sort of gradient design. It's basically designed to look like it's got LED lighting in it.
Yeah. It's weird though, like looking at the red one on screen, it feels, there's something about it when I see it that I'm like, I feel like you're achieving all this through some sort of like lighting. Like I'm like, the controller doesn't look finished. Like you could not, if you release that as the controller for your system on like day one, you're like, and here's the new PS6 and here's the new controller. I think people would be like, I don't like that. It kind of looks weird and off-putting. It's not like attractive and shiny. It's very like, dim in a way, right? Like the blue one, I think looks interesting because it's like it looks electric. This site is working out so great.
And if you want to see a close-up picture of any of these from Video Game Chronicle, let's check that out. Oh, cool. This is... So maybe it doesn't look so good if you look real close.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it looks
really-
better from far away.
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't think I like the way that this thing... I don't like the way the red one looks very much. The blue ones look a little more interesting to me, but... Yeah.
How about the green one?
The green... I mean, I like the green one quite a bit.
I think it's.
I don't know if... And even that doesn't come up properly.
I mean, I'm sure we could find a better...
Yeah.
Yeah, if these are from Sony proper, the I think they do on the PlayStation, the stuff pops off.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. Oh, apparently, though, these are only for the PS Slim.
Yeah.
I kind
Not
of want
for the,
them to glow in the dark, or at least like have a bit of that UV glow to them when they're in a dark place.
This is definitely the
That would be
the
cool.
Yeah.
plate I want streamers to use, especially those who keep their stuff in the background and use green
I
screens.
mean, that's
for
the...
stuff.
That's their supposed... that's their sort of inspiration is like, the streamer gaming.
Yeah,
neon
but
thing.
if you have this behind you and you also use a green screen, then you're only going to see like this weird
Black line.
black couple of lines and like this
Yeah.
PlayStation missing logo.
I like the like just random background. Like at first I thought this was like they're on this was like a presentation,
Right.
And this was a screen, and their stage, and the other stuff we were seeing was
Yeah.
the stage.
Glow
But
from
no,
the lights.
I think that's just like weird, cool background stuff they have as part of this picture.
It almost seems like motion graphics that they just paused at a certain point and were like, just there, perfect. Like this.
I mean,
all
it might
came
be
out of
from
video.
the
from the video.
from the video. Yeah.
I mean, maybe it looks fake to me. It looks like a fake.
Seeing the green
we
one-
put together
The controllers,
thing.
like
the green's
yeah.
pretty good from that angle. I like that angle.
And this angle's not bad either.
Yeah.
to be honest, I think a gradient controller is actually kind of a cool look.
Yeah.
Like I think
Yeah,
that
not a
could
fan of
look
the
pretty
red.
nice. Not a fan of the red?
I'm not a fan of the red. Maybe it's because I'm looking at it off angle. Like if I look at it more straight
It's just
on.
it's kind of a weirdly intense red for me.
Because it is a very red LED red. Like it is the very
Yeah.
like the red.
I feel like I just don't like it because I don't want to look at it.
What's good is the top part is black
Yeah.
and the bottom part is the color. And the part that's the color is the part that you're like gripping with your hands.
Yeah, you're hiding it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, once the colored part is black
Yep. With all your hand
from
goo.
all your hand goo, then it's time to clean your controller.
Yeah, these look a heck of a lot better than the dumb new Joy-Con colors.
Oh, what are the new Joy-Con colors? I didn't see that.
They're light purple.
Can we bring them
and
up?
Light green, I think.
Is this a
Yeah,
this is Joy-Con 2?
Yeah, Joy-Con 2. They're new. They look really cool when they're detached. Think about what the new Joy-Cons
Wow,
look
the
like.
thing you just said. Like what does that mean?
Yeah, those ones there.
Right, because they're mostly black, like they're just a little bit of color.
That just went away. That's so nice.
Yeah, except
and then gone.
when you
So
attach
it's-
it.
So
to
it's
your-
literally that little circle.
Yeah, and because of the way, like, you're barely gonna see any of that color. Like, this is the problem I have with the Joy-Con 2
Yeah.
aesthetic. Is this is how they're gonna do the different colors, which looks cool when they're detached. It does not look interesting when it's attached to.
You get that. You get that line, right? Like you get the circle and then the line.
Almost not even that line.
You don't get.
Oh
the
yeah, here it
line.
is. Look, there's it attached.
Yeah, like
Look, you can kind of see.
Yes, okay. You
There's
can
like a
barely-
1 pixel line there.
it's just so. The Switch 2 looks so boring.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, as
Stop trying to be adults. You make video games.
yeah, as Foxmore said, D-Brand has actually jumped in. As usual, we do what Nintendo don't, and has brought out their, because D-Brand does the skins and stuff
Right.
for peripherals. So they brought out a set of skins that match the colors.
I like that lilac and mint. Like I think that looks
It is
really nice.
It's a nice color, yeah.
Like I would have that in my house
Yeah.
on my Switch too, like that. I just think those are very soothing looking colors.
Yeah, and like to be honest, like I would like it better if it was like this. If it was like if these had been sold like this, like in the this version, you know, that would also be nice.
Yeah.
They're just not different enough that I would actually like be interested in buying them, because they're basically like they're only the difference that you'd see in comparison to the red and blue is only slight.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, kind of defeats the whole purpose of having a customized color if
Yeah.
you don't see any of the
Also,
customized color.
on the Switch, so when you take the Joy-Cons off your Switch 2, the inside has the matching color for where your Joy-Cons go, so that you know that the red and the blue go on those sides.
Oh, I see.
Now they don't, because your colors won't match.
Correct.
Right.
Right. When you dock them, they won't be the
Like
same.
part of the fun of the first Switch is the different color Joy-Cons, but also in like Pokemon and some of the different video games you play where Switch shows up.
Yeah.
If you have different Joy-Con colors on it, it will put the different Joy-Con colors in the
Right.
game.
It would actually detect that.
And I'm like, yeah, it's still gonna look dumb in the game now if it does that.
Yeah.
It's also, I think it also is like a relevant thing because, you know, we're now in the era of the Steam Deck and other sort of PC-based mobile gaming things.
Yeah. Handheld console.
Handheld console stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, there's different colors, but the screen with the red and the blue was very sort of
It's iconic.
iconic to the Switch. Like nobody else used those colors, whereas now it's just a black thing.
Yeah,
And
everybody
it's a black
has,
square like
has,
everybody
has
else's
a black
black
thing.
square.
So when you like see somebody playing with a portable, you actually have to stop and to identify the portable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
Anyway, speaking of things being launched for
I suppose I won't
skins,
like buying any Joy-Cons then, so it doesn't really like.
I'm sure that there was some hardware engineer who has like a 15-year-old son who was feeling super goddamn edgy, who was kind of like, Dad, I can't have your red and blue stuff in my room because it won't look cool. Everything's got to be all black because that's what's going to look rad. And then he's like, okay, son, I'll make you a Switch with all black controllers. And
I'm
it's
surprised
like,
you think 15-year-olds talk that much.
you could. It's
Whatever.
like you could have black controllers.
Yeah,
but
they
just
did
also,
have them.
but just also have other colors.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Speaking of skins, South Park dudes are coming to Fortnite.
Already.
Okay, but are they going to be in like the South Park style of animation, or are they going to be the Fortnite style of animation? Because I don't think I'd like either of these things really. But
are they Are they in like some like mecha? So they're like a normal sized.
Well, this was the thing is that because when I saw this, I was like, you know, we're gonna have the odd job problem all over again.
Yes.
The
Little short.
The South Park kids are teeny weeny, or we have like weird stretched South Park kids.
Yes, absolutely. They're gonna be those Bishonen South Park kids that you saw on Tumblr for decades.
Actually, a full set of the ninja versions. Like when there's an early episode where they all buy like ninja weapons from like some guy, and then like pretend to like, oh, we're cool ninjas.
Yeah.
And then it has like anime style versions of each one of them.
Right.
That would make an awesome skin.
Right.
Those characters would make awesome skins. So apparently, and the great thing about Fortnite is they've had so many collaborations with different things that apparently they've solved this problem already for other things with basically putting the character in like a mech suit.
Right.
Apparently, when they did the Simpsons crossover. Bart and Lisa were also in like mech
Okay.
suits.
Okay.
Oh,
All
okay.
right.
Or yeah, let us play as their WoW characters from that episode. Anyway, and I think Towley is going to be a sidekick.
Right.
So that's cool. And you have the stick of truth as a whatever a ice
Melee
pick or
thing. Okay.
a
The pickaxe.
A
Pickaxe, yeah.
I did see someone mention in chat that Kizuna Ai is coming to Fortnite as well. Is that true?
I don't know.
It's not in this story.
Who's that?
Kizuna Ai is they're a virtual idol before VTubers
It's a
became a
Vocaloid,
thing.
essentially.
Kind of, yeah. And they were like, people were really into the idea that Kizuna Ai was like an AI-based character, which I don't think would fly as much anymore, but it was literally like
It's not-
VTubers before
Yeah,
VTubers.
it's
Like
not
Hatsune
AI in
Miku.
that way.
Yeah, very, but like as a streamer, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're in. I think they're in that video game I played off of the Vita ages ago for Rhythm Cafe.
Yeah. The joke being that her name is I, like AI.
Right. It's funny that there's that weird thing where like Max Headroom or things pretending that it's just like a person, but it's a person pretending to be an AI,
Right.
or a person operating at like a VTuber rig or whatever.
Yeah.
It's especially, well, it's not necessarily a VTuber thing, but like it's when it's like a person, something that's supposed to be like, oh, it's a computer doing a thing,
Yeah.
or it's an AI doing a thing, and we know that it's actually a person operating it. The idea that like now we actually have the technology to make sort of AI things,
We could make a convincing Max Headroom thing that was purely CG.
that they kind of work.
Yeah.
But that's actually not interesting.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we could do that, but
Yeah, we want someone to be an actor fulfilling the role of playing that, because we want it to feel way more human than just like, well, you could literally animate Matt Frewer's Max Headroom character, and you could they could do that now, and plug in all sorts of like AI nonsense into it, whether it's LLMs for speech or whatever.
Yeah, no, it's considered a virtual YouTuber.
Yeah. So anyway,
speaking of AI,
great. This.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen so many memes.
Yeah, I was slightly disappointed that we weren't doing ChillPoint this week, because I feel like Cameron would have had some solid, one of his great deconstructions of press releases.
Yeah.
Or of sort of open letters.
Yeah.
But anyway, Satya Nadella, who is who's currently the CEO of Microsoft,
Oh, okay.
did a post just before the New Year's on SN Scratchpad.
Satya Nadella Scratchpad. Okay. Yeah.
Talking about looking ahead to 2026 and all exciting things.
Oh, yeah. We were supposed to all do that at the beginning of 2026, make our public announcements of like stuff, right?
And one of the things that they're very concerned about is, Microsoft is going heavy and has been going heavy into AI, and that doesn't seem to be lessening in any way.
Yeah.
I saw a headline the other day that said that Microsoft is repositioning because they're trying to sell all these PCs they make as AI PCs, and people are not interested in buying them, and now they don't really know what to do about that.
Well, they could stop selling them.
They could stop. That's like...
Yep.
The point is, put out a product that people want to buy. That's how capitalism's always supposed to work, right?
Usually
you
when
guys started putting out products nobody wanted to buy because you want to force them to buy it. Anyway.
We have moved past the initial phase of discovery and are entering a phase of widespread diffusion. We are beginning to distinguish between spectacle and substance. We now have a clearer sense of where the tech is headed, but also the harder and more important question of how to shape its impact on the world. We are still in the opening miles of a marathon. Much remains unpredictable. Amidst this model overhang, where capabilities is outpacing our ability to use it to have a real world impact, this is some of what we still need to get right. And this is the part that folks were talking about, or folks have quoted a lot of. Number one, a new concept that evolves bicycles for the mind, such that we always think of AI as a scaffolding for human potential versus a substitute. What matters is not the power of any given model, but how people choose to apply it to achieve their goals. We need to get beyond arguments of slop versus sophistication and develop a new equilibrium in terms of our theory of the mind that accounts for humans being equipped with these new cognitive amplifier tools as we relate to each other. This is the product design question we need to debate and answer. Cognitive amplifier tools.
There's no argument about slop versus sophistication. It's all slop.
Yeah.
The end.
The idea. So there's two things. There's two things that get me here.
I'm activating my cognitive amplifier.
In this, fine. You want to spend a lot of time working on this. Fine. Go ahead, burn through all your money. Like, take your money and burn through it all until it's done, until you've basically burned up the company. If that's what you want. If you want to like lose your mind to this and burn up all your cash and discover that, oh, nothing has happened and now there's nothing left of our company, I guess go ahead. But that's not what's happening here. Obviously, there's so much fake money flowing around that's like, no, we'll just always be able to say we can do this. But the thing that bugs me the most is I'm like, bicycle for the mind, that's the Macintosh. In 1984, Steve Jobs, when they put out the Macintosh, said that the idea for this computer was to make a bicycle for the mind. Was to be like, I want to create a thing so that as you're using, it's a tool, it's an interface that lets you accelerate, like, because the idea of like walking versus riding a bicycle, right? It's like, so what if I can give you a way to accelerate the things that you want to see from your mind and give you a tool that lets you do that. And we, a lot of people got really mad about Photoshop and about, those kind of things. It's like you're taking away the ability of people to like dig, and it's like, but they didn't say you can't use you can't use like pen and paper and paints and other whatevers to develop your artwork. We're just giving you another means by which to do it. And I'm like, right. So what you're saying though is that Photoshop was that way to do that, or like Mac Paint was a way to do that, or like writing tools that just let you basically move stuff around in word processing. It's like all of these things enabled people to be able to quickly get their thoughts down on paper, or to develop out like the things that are living in their head and be like, oh, I can go faster because I can get my stuff, I can get my thought process out or get it down a lot quicker. It's like, right, that was an enabling tool. And I'm like, if you're co-opting this idea of a graphical user interface computer that people can interact with in a natural way, and saying that, oh, well, this is now a spoken interface computer where you don't have to say or like you don't have to touch anything. You just have to say the thing that you want, and then the computer will just go ahead and make it for you. I'm like, I don't actually see how that's enabling creativity on the part of any one person, because you're divorcing that creativity. Like, even though I had to like click on a thing to draw an image, like I didn't have to learn how to draw a perfect circle with my hand. It's like being able to draw perfect circles over and over and over in a computer still meant that didn't mean that, oh, I could draw a perfect circle with a computer. That means that I am artist. It's like, no, you had to develop your skills to turn into a digital artist. And I'm like, I don't know where you draw that line for, well, I had to teach the computer to draw me a circle by saying the word circle over and over. I'm like, is that where they think this is going?
Is there some metaphor? Just thinking about like the bicycle for the mind.
Yeah.
And it's like it's like AI isn't it's not the bicycle for the mind in the sense that, it is this thing this tool that you can use to go where you want faster.
Right.
Instead, it's AI. It's instead of going to the place you want to go faster, it's going, draw me a picture of the place I want to go.
Right.
And it draws you a kind of crappy picture, and then you put that in front of yourself and pretend that you're there now.
Yeah. It's so weird, right? And it's like, was that, because then what I think was that always the end goal? I mean, you're not supposed to concentrate on end goals with stuff like this, but like, is that really what they think the end goal is? It's getting to a point where anybody can have anything, any way, and anyhow that they want, but we have to put up with the absolute worst results for the next 5 or 10 years in order for them to get to a point where it's like, but now you can actually just Star Trek your way into writing code. Like, that was one thing I loved about Next Generation, is that, Geordi LaForge could just be like, computer, write me a thing where this happens and this happens and this happens, right? And then the computer's like, oh, I see what you want to do there. And it goes ahead and does it. And I'm like, why wouldn't Geordi have said, hey, computer, solve this problem for me, and then just go sit back and not think about it? It's like, that's not how that should ever work. It was supposed to be, it was always supposed to be utilizing a tool and thinking creatively about the tools you have at your disposal and being like, how can I make that into a thing? And like, right. But if we have to put up with between 5 and 10 years of bullshit that's going to basically destroy entire groups, classes of people in the process, I don't think that's a reasonable trade-off.
Anyway, as you may guess, and from the little excerpt I read, this whole thing is, it's mostly just that sort of marketing babble.
Yeah.
Using various words and stuff. Really likes diffusion as a term for, like, the technology is going to diffuse all over the world. Just
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you force it to, it will. And
you sure sound like a science man.
Yeah. Anyway.
Those words don't sound like they go together in the way that he thinks they do.
I mean, I get the metaphor, but I'm like, I don't think that's how technology is supposed to work either, though. Like, I don't think that just like we put a thing out there and it will just naturally kind of make its way to all the water molecules. I'm like, I don't think technology's never really been like, we just kind of slowly adopt this shit. It's like, it tends to come in like a cudgel.
He said that they were no longer in the like speculation phase or whatever.
Yeah.
Now we're in like the doing things phase, but then followed that up with the fact that we're in the first few miles of the marathon. Like, it's kind of a little all over the place.
It is the kind of thing that, you say where you're like, oh, we're out of the phase where we don't really know what we're doing, and we're into the phase where we actually know what we're doing.
Except we're just in the very beginning steps of what we don't know what we're doing.
Or where we say we know what we're doing, because clearly we must know what we're doing now, because everything before was when we didn't know what we're doing. I'm like, I think you'll find that you think that you know what you're doing.
Yeah,
but
and
you
then
don't.
In 6 months, it's going to be, okay, now, starting now, this is when we know what we're doing.
Yes.
And yes, also the people saying that, are you sure he didn't just write this with AI? That's also true.
One of the hardest things I have that I find really weird is that they put AI in so many things now. And every single thing that I find that's like, ooh, you can use this inspiration tab, or you can do this thing, and it's all AI, it's super cool. There's always like this small print thing that says, by the way, AI may not be accurate or have anything good going on in it.
It might be total bullshit. Yeah.
And you're like, but why'd you write that in the really tiny small print?
I mean, the arguments I would make to this guy is, because if you say, Satya, it looks like you just got an AI to write this for you. And he was like, no, these are my actual thoughts. I'm like, wait, so you decided that as a CEO that you should sit down with your thoughts and actually write down your thoughts and put them to paper, that you thought that was a good use of you could be doing so much more better things with your time. Why wouldn't you just ask your AI, which is clearly good at this kind of thing, to write this for you? Because clearly that would be a much more better use of your time and resources, right? Like
right.
Or are you telling me that your AI can't actually synthesize your thoughts correctly, and you'd have to go in and keep correcting that over and over? And what do you think we are arguing about?
No, I think you're onto something here. We don't need CEOs. We have AI.
There's that too, actually.
We don't need to pay any of them. What are we doing with them in the top space? All they do is write statements, and we can get AI to do that.
Yeah,
it's true. emails are like one of the things AI does pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I put in the document I have. These stories came out a little while apart, but you know what? Since we're already on the topic, let's just rip the Band-Aid off.
Right.
And so this last weekend was CES, not this weekend, but
Oh yeah.
last, I guess not even just the weekend, but so Consumer Electronics Show, lots of cool stuff and also dumb things being
You gotta have some dumb things.
being demoed. A lot of the dumb things, involved AI, like AI powered refrigerators. And
Oh,
stuff.
I want to talk about that fridge, but yeah, let's keep going.
I mean, it's
Don't
not,
forget-
that isn't like a video game thing. So
No,
I
no.
haven't gone to
Don't
it,
don't
but-
forget that big piece of candy
I
that
do want to
plays
talk
some
about
music
that
in your
fucking
mouth.
fridge.
Yeah. But yeah, all sorts of silly things. But one of the things that was showing off, or was I think they actually talked about this before, but now they've actually shown it off, is Razer, who I feel like they used to make cool things, if a little weird, but cool.
Every time we bring them up, we just make fun of them though, so I don't know.
Like
about
they
that.
used to make like really weird mice that were like weirdly shaped and,
Yeah.
looked funky.
They were always trying to kind of be like, what is the next thing? Hey, maybe it's this weird mouse, or maybe it's
Wait.
this
And-
keyboard
and-
acting a certain
And
way.
I felt like they were one of the first people that had mice with like ridiculously high sample rates.
Yeah.
I think
for gaming and stuff.
The last time we brought them up, though, we were talking about their streamer face mask
the
Yeah.
COVID mask,
Yeah.
which
So
does
they
not
made,
work.
They made the COVID mask that didn't work.
with all the lights and
Yeah,
stuff.
with all the lights and stuff.
They were
Anyway,
working on webcams, I think, at one point too, with like built-in ring lights. I don't know how well that even went, but
but anyway,
But-
what they're working on right now is would you like to have a tiny AI person in a jar on your desk,
it's
powered by Grok?
reset the clock, folks.
Powered by Grok.
It's been 0 days since.
Can I let them out of the jar?
No, they cannot leave the jar.
Oh, even better.
They can be. It is the AI gaming assistant, Project Ava.
Okay.
It's spelled AVA.
Yeah.
So like Ava, but it's
Oh.
Ava.
I mean, the jar thing isn't that new, though.
So it's like a hologram person
Yeah.
They made a Miku one of these.
who. She's powered by Grok, so it's sort of interacting with it is just sort of like interacting with a like any other sort of
LLM.
chatbot thing.
Right.
Except it's got this little avatar thing. There's I think they had like 4 avatars loaded up. One of which is, anime girl.
Right.
One
Idol
of-
Girl even too. Yeah.
Yeah, one of them is like a anime guy. One of them is I think based off. I think there's another one that's based off like a real idol.
Oh, okay.
And there's one that's just like a swirly light thing that pulses.
Cortana.
Yeah. But, like, the jar thing itself, I don't think is super new. But
Well,
the
there's
Grok
so
thing, I
they
guess, is
made
different.
this, and at the same CES, there is another product that is also a girl in a jar that you can talk to and feel good about yourself. So there's been a few of these apparently that have made their way into the larger thing, because a few years ago it was the Hatsune Miku one
Yeah.
that has
So-
since shut down.
The idea is that this also has like cameras and stuff on it.
Right.
So the idea, and the reason why this is a gaming AI, this is why it's a gaming assistant. Wait, AI gaming assistant. that's what they
Okay.
call it, is like apparently it can, in the demos or the demo videos and stuff. It can like look at your game as you're playing it and be like, hey, you should go over there.
Hey, you should go
You
over
do
there.
that. Hey, you should try not sucking so much.
I
don't
have
know.
chat to backseat me. Like
Yeah,
I don't.
it's basically you can have chat, but in like a little jar on your desk.
The nice thing about
What
chat
I'm hearing
though.
is I need to put chat in a jar.
I don't. The
You
thing
write
that
that
is, it's
down.
like I get equivalent power and way more sass out of having 300 people watch me play a video game, because that's 300 sets of eyes who are just
who might not even be right.
who might not even be right, but at least there's that. But it's like, and I don't have to pay for that. They come watch me do that, and fuck around and be bad at a video game. So I don't really need like this thing sitting in my living room watching me play Yakuza and say you should pawn. You should pawn. No, you should pawn that. No, go for the Khan. Go for the Khan. It's like I don't need them to tell me how to play Mahjong.
Gizmodo's James Perrow says his experience using Project Ava was as wonky as chatting with any other AI chatbot out there. It keeps incessantly filling gaps in communication with annoying chatter.
Oh God.
Oh right, that's the thing. Okay, so in a lot of when a lot of video games come out, and you have like that companion character who's supposed to hint at things and help you with things.
Listen.
One of the things people mostly complain about is how they won't shut up.
Also, by the way, and also just to be clear, this is not any AI. This is not any
Grok is
chat. This is specifically Grok,
Twitter/X's AI,
Yeah.
right?
It is XAI.
Yeah,
which is the one that is currently under, generating
Child sexual abuse material.
Let's
just say that right out loud.
Yeah, or nude pictures of other people or whatever. So yeah, you can have just a little Elon Musk on your desk.
Can I throw that jar into the ocean?
He can give you all the benefits of his massive video gaming skills.
I'm actually not surprised that he hasn't developed his head in a jar that can talk to you using Grok. Like, I'm surprised that hasn't been a thing.
Like the whole Futurama thing.
Yeah,
I'm
it's just like
I am surprised that we haven't had that kind of.
that seems like the
show-off thing
narcissistic
yet.
bullshit that he would want to pull off and want to partner with like Razer or somebody to
I
make.
feel
a
like
thing
he'd be concerned about what people would
due to the jar.
100% do with an AI of him.
Oh, I just mean in the sense of like a lot of people like Futurama and the head of the jar thing.
That's true.
Is like a pretty.
I don't
step for that.
think like the thing is like that guy is far enough up his own ass narcissistically that to him it's like no, everybody who buys this thing will love it. There won't be a person out there who buys it to do terrible things to it. And also if you try to do terrible things to it, the only problem would be like it's clear that Grok can say some pretty grody shit and you would basically be getting the thing to say some pretty his face then to say some pretty grody shit. So
I mean,
that might be a problem.
It was a year or two ago even that I saw that I was getting served YouTube ads that took the form of what was supposed to be like an interview with Elon Musk,
right?
About a cool new in this it was the stupid a cool new AI stock trading system that he had developed.
Not a real thing,
and the whole clip was AI generated. So fake Elon Musk, fake everything. Not that I would put that past him, but I saw that I was like, geez, I like AI generating non-existent things is one thing, but that the fact that AI generating somebody endorsing and talking about a product is apparently so easy, and this was a year or two ago. That's obviously very concerning.
Yeah.
And and I mean I've seen a more recent version of that that actually has like the prime minister.
Yes. Yep. Terrifying.
Where he's like, yes, this is my new plan for all Canadians.
Which is
it's like we're gonna set up this AI stock trading thing so all Canadians will become rich.
Yeah, we're all gonna be able to put our money into Bitcoin or whatever into this rug pull coin, which is funny because the BC Securities Commission put out a great video during the pandemic, but maybe it was just in 2023. But it was like everyone singing along to this song about how you can't like don't trust all this shady shit, and it kept like they would dub over people's voices in other people's voices, or they'd have like somebody whose face would change to something else. Well, and it was really dystopian and a little disturbing, and it was kind of perfect because it was like all this crap that's going on, we can see it now. You should not trust it. And don't just invest in stuff because you saw a celebrity say, "Oh, I invest in this stuff," because that might not have been them that said it. But even if they did, you should be actually looking into your investments if you're going to invest money. But just everyone's kind of counting on the oh, so-and-so said this is the next get-rich-quick scheme. I need to participate in it because I lost every other opportunity to try to make money off of my money. And so now I am desperate to try to have money so I don't end up as a person who does not have money. This is, we're living in a shitty future right now, but yeah. Also the fridge. Can I at least talk about this terrible fridge?
Okay, I will ask you not to slam the table, though.
Yeah. So Samsung has made a fridge that has AI and ads on the screen and whatever else, but they made a thing that you can talk to it using Alexa.
Okay.
And
like even like tell it to like open it and stuff.
And that's the thing, is it's automatic. That you're like, hey
right.
Alexa, open my fridge door.
Yes.
And the people who were reviewing it said, the fridge doesn't have its own handle. And
so you can't open it.
You can't open it unless you can talk to it. And I'm like, it's so hard for me to believe that that's true. And I haven't gone to look up the thing or not. I've just basically been seeing like video of people putting the thing up, but I'm like, I cannot believe for a second that there exists a product like that where it's like, if you can't talk to it, then you can't interact and open it, right? But it kind of doesn't put it past me that Samsung would try to do that as like a tech demo, but they're saying this will be a real product because it's part of the Samsung Bespoke series. But on top of that, the idea that my fridge could just decide that it wants to open the door.
Right.
And that's the thing that bugs me the most is I'm like, if there's just the slightest malfunction and I'm away for like 8 hours from my house and the door just decides it wants to open because it thinks it heard open the door and then it does and it just leaves the doors open and it doesn't shut them. Like if it doesn't know how to shut them or something else. And just now my doors are open, my fridge. I'm like, it's the one thing you had to do is just keep the door shut and keep the cold in. So that's the thing that bugged me the most.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, wasn't that part of the product review was the fact that it, like a lot of noises they found could just open the doors?
Or that a lot of noises prevented Alexa from being able to understand you and open the door in the first place.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah, you needed to keep the sound around your fridge really quiet so that it could understand your voice properly.
Yep.
Maricat brings up a good point, though, that if we had one of those here at the office, we could be like, turn off until we're done filming.
Yeah.
But
you're not wrong.
What you're saying then is that you want to derive yourselves of the comedy of what we had earlier in the show where someone says, hey, did we turn off the fridge? And then like we all have to panic.
Yeah.
You really want that to go away?
I've been considering our fridge freezer's been a little unreliable recently, and so I've been thinking more about fridges. And what I have been thinking is that apparently in terms of reliability, the most reliable fridge on the market is top freezer, single door.
Just the normal type.
The normalest
most
ass
normal
fridge
you can get.
Yeah, it's like the one that they've been making for 40 or 50 years. All this like new whatever they've been doing has been interesting. And boy, do I like a bottom fridge drawer. Like I the freezer drawer I love so much. But there is part of me that's just like, I could go back to the simple fridge and it might be acceptable. So I'm just kind of like, anyway.
As somebody who's on the shorter side and doesn't use the freezer as much as the rest of the fridge, I'm okay with the freezer being on top.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So now, you say this is a Samsung fridge.
Yes.
And clearly, it's got like a screen and
a camera.
And camera and sensors and stuff. So there's a fair amount of computing power in this thing.
Oh, yes.
How much would it cost? And how much RAM does it have? Can I just shuck this fridge for the RAM?
Right. Yes.
Interesting.
I just turned it into a dumb fridge.
I feel like you can't. It's not going to be the way you want it or something. Like it's not going to be cost effective. Yeah. I mean, it's already bad enough the fact that they want to. When you add electronics to a device that's literally just supposed to be, it's cold. That's all it needs to do is it just needs to maintain a temperature. You add the electronics, those are the parts that are going to break the soonest and the fastest. And then you add panels and stuff to it so that when it notices you're out of a thing that it decides to advertise stuff to you.
Yeah.
When we're already irritated by our TVs advertising stuff to us, like...
Or it's like, hey, you've got all this food. Here's a good recipe from whatever, recipe website that has a bunch of ads on it.
When they did Houses of the Future in like the 50s and 60s,
Yeah.
I
They-
don't.
they
I don't
forgot
think.
about all
I
the
don't think
ads.
they added in ads usually.
Yeah.
And we're
Because the
like,
House of the Future thing was an ad into itself, so they kind of got away with it.
And I kind of don't mind like some of the smart home stuff, but some of the other smart home, like we put our we got brand new smart baseboard thermostats because it was a thing that BC Hydro was running.
Right.
And I'm like, that's fine because we never have ours on anyway because we're in a building where it stays pretty warm, like where the configuration of our
I actually got cold yesterday, and I turned the heat up.
Yeah.
Like, slightly.
Yeah, you only have to turn it up by like a couple degrees to actually feel better. So I'm like, it doesn't run that often, but they were like, we're replacing these for everybody. I'm like, good. And so they came in and did that. And they're like, also, if you get it on the Wi-Fi, you can enroll in the system. In fact, this is part of the installation. You can enroll in the system where BC Hydro can decide to turn down your thermostats for you. So if we're using too much power everywhere, then they can be like, oh, we can back off some people by like a degree or two to save energy everywhere. You know, put on a sweater, get under a blanket or whatever. You know, that kind of situation.
Did they tell you when they're doing that?
No, they don't tell you. They just go ahead and they do it. Is my understanding. It has not, because I haven't received a notice being like, by the way, we're doing this. Like getting an email being like, we're turning down
Yeah.
your thermostat for the next 6 hours. Or
I mean,
something. It's never happened.
most of the time we just have it completely off.
Yeah, but that's the thing is like most of the time it's just running at like 17 degrees and it's like the room is already 19 degrees just because of heat and like body heat and like running computers and shit. And I think it's really funny because it's like I'm happy with that as far as a smart enterprise thing and as far as like I will give our local utility access to that because I also know that the only reason they have access to it is because I put it on the Wi-Fi. And I can always go in and block it on the Wi-Fi and be like, we're done doing this. You don't get access to this anymore. Thank you for the 3 thermostats.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's now it is a little different.
Yeah.
When because BC Hydro is it's a corporate it's a
Crown Corporation?
is it a Crown Corporation or
I
is
thought
it
it was
actually
Crown.
is it actually just a government?
I'm
Oh, you said
interested.
crown. I heard crime.
But
There are those, but that wasn't it.
as opposed to something that where there's a bunch of that where it's it means that the profit motives are slightly different than
Yeah, BC Hydro is a provincial crown corporation owned by the government and the people of British Columbia and the people of British Columbia, Canada. We generate and deliver electricity to 95% of the population of BC and serve over 5 million people.
so it's a little bad. It's a little better than if it was just a general, if it was whatever
Yeah.
Shaw or something. It's like
we are supposed to be able to turn the heat back up if it gets turned down, and we notice.
it's like I would be very. In fact, maybe they already. I guess they kind of already do this. That like Shaw, basically being. I
We
mean,
throttle your internet. Yeah.
throttle your internet if you're using too much. Like they kind of do that, or you're on a shared internet thing, so a bunch of people are on all at the same time. Your internet goes slower. I guess that kind of happens anyway. Not even deliberate throttling on their part, but
Also, I have control over the thermostat where if it turns it down and I'm like, and I turn it back up, then it does not turn it down again for like a set period of time.
and then it goes no.
Yeah, I personally really like this time of year in Victoria because I enjoy just making. I really like having a giant quilt that you just wrap yourself up in on the couch, and then you that's where you stay, and you have like a nice hot drink, and everything's great. And I can't do that in the summertime.
No.
Cozy, yeah.
And so if it's cold in the house, it's even better in the blanket.
Yeah, you'd have to wrap yourself in like an aluminum blanket so it would help radiate heat outward from your body faster. I wrap myself in heat sinks.
Anyway, that's all the AI news.
Thank you.
But here's something that I was surprised at. Not AI, but maybe it could have been. The video or esports very big in the Southeast Asian
Yes.
countries.
Right.
And specifically, which seems a little bit different to me, and I might be wrong about this, but it seems different to me in that specifically competitive mobile esports are very big.
Right, like you're playing League on your phone.
So
or
you're
something.
literally, you're literally, so it's not, we're not talking like StarCraft, we're talking actually like competitive thing. And it just seems wild. Like, we've all seen tons and tons and tons of stuff of people playing esports competitively in big arenas.
Yeah.
But that same shot of people playing esports competitively in big arenas, but instead of the like
Battle stations.
everybody is just like this. Yeah. It seems so weird to me. It's like, but that's just a different style thing. Anyway, the Southeast Asian the 33rd Southeast Asian Games just happened in December.
Okay.
And this is a Olympics thing. So this
Clearly
is
not annual though.
no, they're every 2 years, I think. Every 4 years.
They're the 33rd, but it's every 2 years? That can't be.
It's been going for a while.
Jesus. Wow, okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, all right.
They have been so it's a full suite of games. So we're talking, it's Olympic style. So there's all sorts of other non-esports games as well.
Interesting. Okay.
But then part of it is, they're a little more open about bringing in different things. So there's esports as well.
So the games themselves have been running for a very long time, but it could be like track and field or skiing.
Yeah.
And then they said,
okay.
but we can add Arena of Valor to this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Digitally, this
I
hasn't
understand.
been okay.
Okay.
So anyway, so yes, Arena of Valor is apparently one of the most popular games in Southeast Asia right now.
Okay.
It is a MOBA style game. It's apparently it's a game that when Tencent bought a huge chunk of Riot a couple of years ago. Either I think they might have actually gotten the full 51 or maybe just 49 or something. Anyway, they bought a huge chunk of Riot Games, who make League of Legends.
Yeah.
Ostensibly, one of the reasons why they did that was they're like, you guys need to make a mobile version of League of Legends.
Ah.
And Riot was like, no.
I don't care if you own almost all of us. Yeah.
Paul, that snap was amazing.
Yeah.
It was a good snap.
It was
Riot
great.
was like, no, we're not going to do that.
Okay.
And they didn't until like 2 years ago when they came out with the League of Legends Rift portal.
Right, because they've been doing that thing where they're like, we're trying to expand League's whole thing out to multiple avenues. Okay.
But they resisted doing a League of Legends mobile for a long time.
Right.
So Tencent just went to another company and was like, hey, could you guys make MOBA on mobile? We think it'll be really popular.
Right, and that's Arena of Valor.
And it turns out it is. That's actually, Arena, that was actually a slightly different game. And then Arena of Valor is the international version of, it was a game that was released only in China.
Oh, I see.
And then Arena of Valor is the international version of that game, from what I understand.
Interesting.
Anyway, it's a very popular game, big esports thing. There's a big controversy at the Southeast Asian Games because in the finals of the women's Arena of Valor competition, the Thailand team actually dropped out, and they after there was some irregularities were observed, and it turns out it kind of unraveled this whole thing where there was one of the players on the Thailand team who goes by the name Tokyo Girl,
All right.
confusingly. Turns out she not only was faking her, like during the thing, she was actually
faking her play?
She was cheating, yeah.
Okay.
But it turns out that she had like always been cheating. So basically, and who knows if this was always what was happening, but what they found out during the game was there's a organization issued phone that you have to use.
Right.
To make sure that your stuff is on par with everybody else.
Right. And she covertly installed Discord on this phone.
Okay.
And then, and usually, or often in these things, you would be playing on like a LAN, like an internal network.
Right.
But for whatever reason, in this case, they were not playing on an internal network. And so the access code and login she shared with her boyfriend, who is also a professional Arena of Valor player who can actually play Arena of Valor.
Oh my God.
So he was playing the game. She was screen sharing his gameplay in Discord and just moving her thumbs around, pretending that she was playing.
I see.
In a televised international thing.
Which means she has to be making it look good.
Yeah.
Because people will be like, why did she swipe her thumb and why did he go the wrong way? Yeah.
Which is I don't know. I mean, I have to kind of admire the chutzpah
Yeah.
of doing that at an international televised competition. But in such a sort of relatively simple way.
Yeah, my God. I was hoping you were going to say that she got her girlfriend to do it instead of her boyfriend, because then I would have been like, why wasn't her girlfriend on the Thailand women's sports team? Because that would just make more sense. And if it was no, because her girlfriend's afraid of being in front of people and can't play video games in front of people, so they came up with this elaborate scheme where it's I will be in front of people, I will be the face of the organization, you will be the actual person doing the work, but then it will be fine because it'll still be women on a women's team. And because I've never actually played the game, you've always been assessing her ability to do the play. And I'm like, that would be fun. That would be an interesting. This is just literal cheating. So yeah.
And it turns out, and as things have it turned out. So for one thing, she got her place on the team. She was a very big streamer for Arena of Valor. And had was doing really, really well. Although now we realize that was probably also cheated,
right,
or faked,
right,
or at least it could have been. So who knows, right?
And
right.
So and it has now started to come out that her teammates on the team are she didn't often she would be joining because it's an online game,
right?
So she would be joining them remotely,
right,
and playing. Probably wasn't her playing,
right,
and not only was she on this professional team, she was one of the stars of this team. She started apparently a couple months ago. She started as the alternate on the team and had moved up from alternate to the carry on the team,
which is kick in the nuts.
So yeah. Anyway,
that sucks.
Very bad, and bad not only for this particular team, because of course Thailand not only withdrew this team, but actually I believe they withdrew the whole
the men's team too.
The men's team as well, yeah. And so bad for this team, and also obviously bad for the industry and
the assumption would be that your team doesn't know that they have a person on their team cheating.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, especially when it's that kind of thing, because I think somebody on the team would have been literally, she's not playing the game. Who is playing the game? They would go out, and especially if she got moved from alternate to being starter, people would be wait a minute.
And as a lot of people have said, unless the team is full of incredible actors, there's live footage of the coach sort of realizing what's happening.
I see.
And it seems very real that
cool.
And then basically getting her to drop to stop doing that, and then her performance in the game completely falls off when she's actually playing it for real.
Oh my God.
So anyway,
I can
it's very, very disappointing. Yeah, and interestingly, so she for a while she was sort of maintaining that it's I had to leave, I had to drop from the game because of I got so I had a nervous breakdown or something, and I'm in the hospital and stuff. And then a week later, her boyfriend, the guy who was doing the real play, admitted to it before she did.
The moment you said this is a woman streaming this game, and that was like she got really well known as like, oh, people come to watch her play this game at this level. And the first thing I think is her boyfriend was like, I'm streaming Arena of Valor, and nobody's coming to watch me, even if I'm really good. Or maybe they are coming to watch me, but that's whatever. And his girlfriend wants to get into streaming stuff as well. So he's like, oh, I have a solution because you're not good at this game.
You be the face of the channel.
You be the face of the channel. You pretend like you're playing. Tons of guys will show up to look at my pretty girlfriend and also watch you killing at this sport. And that's how we'll make all our money. And that'll be great. And
then it just sort of spirals out of control.
To a point where it's like, now I'm on the national fucking team. And what are we doing here, you know? And he's like, it's okay. Like, I'm kind of getting this sense of like, I mean, they both have to be in it together. Like, they both have to be like, yeah, we think we can pull this shit off. It's not going to be like, I'm sure she wasn't like bullied into doing it or anything, but it really just kind of felt like it started innocently enough as it means to defraud people about what was actually going on. And then it turned into us defrauding people about what was going on. It's like, how about that? Who could have seen that coming?
So anyway, obviously she's been banned.
Legal consequences.
She's been banned from Arena of Valor. The esports club that she was part of has terminated her contract. All in the various organizations have all done lifetime bans.
Yeah.
And then Santi Lothong, the president of the Asian Electronic Sports Foundation and head of the Esports Association of Thailand. So this is the other thing, was that the Southeast Asian Games was taking place this time in Thailand. And the head of the Thailand Esports Association is also the head of the Asian Electronic Sports Foundation. So he was like, I gotta come down hard on this.
Yeah.
So he is reportedly moving forward with legal action against them, vowing to pursue the case to the fullest extent possible. So anyway.
It always sucks when it's like when it's a national athlete too. When it's like if this was just like an esports tournament,
right?
And it wasn't tied to like the national pride or like, you know, that kind of thing, but because you're representing your country on this thing, all of a sudden everybody is gonna, like, people in the country may end up having opinions. It's like what happened with Ben Johnson when he ran 9.79 in the 100-meter dash, which is always the premier event in Summer Olympics. He runs 9.79. And Canadians, we all lose our minds. We're like, oh my God, this guy broke the world record and did such an amazing job, and we love him. And then it's like, oh, doping scandal. And everyone loses their mind about that. And then it's like, at that point, Canada's like, we can't trust, like nobody will trust us to go to to go to any of these track and field events anymore. They just think that, oh, well, doping's a thing that you guys do there. Mm-hmm. And yeah, you just end up kind of carrying that around with you for a while. And then Donovan Bailey shows up like a decade later, and it's like, oh, finally, okay, I feel good about that. A guy who can actually win the medal, and it's like, that's good. So yeah. Anyway.
Real pros don't cheat, I guess.
I mean, as was mentioned in chat, Beach, he could have just gotten a VTuber rig if that was going to be a thing. And
right?
Also, even if not, they don't force you to be on a team.
No, they don't.
So they could have said, I don't want to be on the team.
And that's kind of what should have happened there, as opposed to being like, well, we've made it this far, maybe we can go further. And I'm like, somebody's like, a cooler head should have prevailed there among the two of them. And it sounds like they both were like, we could totally pull this off. And it's like, no, you couldn't.
Yeah. There have been, I remember there have been a few instances of players suspected of being not who they say they are, who are like very high up players, but also have turned down all like in-person invitations and stuff, which could very much be just somebody who is shy or doesn't want to play in public or doesn't want to travel. Those are totally normal reasons. But at a certain point, people start getting suspicious of
It's like, we never actually see you play for real.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You know, like on the Christmas stream, where I was definitely fighting Lace and doing an amazing job at the end of Silk Song,
But you were.
while you were sitting beside me.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually me.
You were.
Sure it was.
Your Hornet feels weird.
My Hornet feels weird.
Yeah, she's set up weird.
Oh, because I have multi-binder on. So
Yeah,
when she
it's-
heals
it's-
twice as long. Yeah.
It's a slower heal than I'm used to,
Yeah.
and
She heals for 4 though, and I
yeah,
was,
no,
yeah.
I think that's great. I do not knock the build that you have. It felt so weird to play it because that's not my build at all.
my build is probably suboptimal, but then again, I play Hunter's Crest, and everybody else thinks that's.
I also play Hunter's Crest. I think it is the best crest, and I think the rest of you who have to change out of it are weird. But I'm not. It's fine. You play how you want.
Yeah. No, I think I think we could totally make some money off of a stream where it's just me pretending like I'm playing a video game and you're sitting off to the side actually playing that video game.
Oh. You want to do a rhythm game? Because it's really hard for me to like emote properly while I'm doing a rhythm game.
Oh right, I could just sit there and I could be talking and doing shit the entire time,
Yeah.
making it sound like I'm playing the game, but
The
I'm
only
not.
the only
I
time
thought
I
that's what
think,
Ian. Yeah, that's what Ian's
That's
job
what Ian
was.
does.
yeah, pretty much. The only time I've really done there's a clip of it when we're talking about train docking and we're playing that that car rhythm game, and that one I was just talking about this weird thing we were making up about trains,
Right.
and how they procreate, and I wasn't paying attention to a single thing I was doing, and I was doing so good.
So, there's been a lot of stuff in the last little while about, digital versus physical games.
Yes.
A lot of opinions
Yeah, Heather and I have a lot of opinions
on both sides.
Of Paul.
on both sides of Paul.
Sorry.
But one of the things that is not really talked about as much in terms of the arguments for and against physical games is that physical games don't necessarily have to be updated. The version that's on your disc is the same version always.
And they know that
yeah.
it is playable from the factory because they had to kind of
Right.
underline that. Yeah.
Ideally, it should be playable from the factory.
I think rarely has
Now-
it happened where it has not been playable from the factory.
And also there are a number of there are various instances where games, even if they were playable at the factory, like your system won't let you play it anymore because without doing an update or you have to like play offline or something because the update does something. But anyway, why this has become relevant is Star Wars Racer Revenge.
Which is a limited run
Star Wars
physical release, isn't it?
Yes.
Star Wars Racer, that's the pod racing thing from like the N64.
Yes.
So there was a
This is a new game.
PS4 version of it.
I see. A few years later, okay.
Yes. And it was a digital release. But Limited Run Games did a physical version of it,
Right.
of the PS4 game.
Fair, okay.
PS5s can play PS4 games in emulation.
Okay, I'm with you so
in
far.
compatibility
I
mode
got
or
you.
whatever.
Yeah.
So somebody has figured out that the original version of this game allows a jailbreak on the PS5. There was a bug in the original version of the game
Oh no.
that allowed a jailbreak. But of course, you can't actually, if you download it, you'll get the
You get the
patched
updated version.
Right.
But
But not on the disc.
if you've got the disc, you can get, and like I guess you probably have to unplug your
Oh, sure.
PS5
Yeah. Yeah.
from the network.
But still,
You can put this disc in, and you can access this as a jailbreak for your PS5, even though it's a PS4 game,
and you had to have bought it from Limited Run Games.
because that was
Because
the
that's
only
the only way to
physical
get the
release
disc.
of it.
Oh, the price is going
I'm assuming.
up.
So-
I'm assuming there's going to be like an update, like if you update past a certain point on the system of the PS5, they'll probably block it out. But
I mean,
yeah, this game is incredibly expensive now.
Apparently, only 8,500 copies were made. I mean, it's not called a lot of Prince games.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
So yeah, they're going for upwards of $400. I'm seeing stuff now for $260. Yeah. So anyway,
I think because probably the fervor came down pretty fast, where it's like the price went up real fast when they realized you could do
Right.
it, and then enough people bought it that were like, okay, nobody's buying. Like, when did they figure this out?
so this story came out on last Sunday.
This is pretty
So
recent.
a
So
week
it
ago.
probably happened. They were figuring this shit out back in December.
And this works for PS firmware 12.0, which is I think the most recent.
Oh wow!
So presumably, 12.0.1 or whatever will come out and stop whatever they're doing.
That's the hope, yeah.
But anyway,
You can't really do anything though right now with a jailbroken PS5. But once you have a jailbroken
Well-
system, that's when the development starts to actually turning it into something that you can do other stuff with.
well, I mean,
I mean, when you jailbreak something, it's
not that anybody would do this, but presumably you can run,
the
Pirated games.
Pirated games, yeah.
That's true. That is kind of the first thing that a lot of people go for is doing that. Yeah.
I'm sure there's some other interesting things they can probably get going. Like part of what you would jailbreak your PS TV for was so that you could whitelist all of the Vita games, because not all of them worked.
Right, because they were like, oh, the
Some of them have specific things that only the Vita had on
right
it,
touchscreen.
screens and stuff that weren't transferred over onto the TV. So they would not whitelist those games.
Right.
But sometimes those games,
but
it was like a minor feature, so it didn't like.
It's like, look, I know it won't work properly, but I still want to try it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do this one
So
mini game.
so sometimes
anymore.
there's like reasons to do that. Other people like to jailbreak things so that they can put emulators for earlier systems on those systems, so they only have the one box, right? Like there's that kind of thing. But I'm sure there's some other stuff too. Maybe, I don't know. It's not something I've actually looked that hard into.
So this next story is actually a bit of it's not an update, but it's sort of it's sort of a continuation of, there was a bunch of stuff a couple months ago about adult game creators getting kicked off GOG.
Right.
For reasons that were not made very clear. That apparently has now been there's been a bunch of people being kicked off GitHub. So we're talking, not a video game distribution service,
Just a development site.
but it's just a development site, because so there are people who have often what happens on Steam or on these other platforms, somebody will put out there'll be a game that is a more adult game that will be toned down for Steam release.
Right.
Yeah.
But then people will make plugins or patches to bring it back to
up the triple X. Yeah.
back to where they think it should be.
Yes.
And those will be distributed on GitHub or on different other things.
That's right, folks. It's time for another sex point in ChillPoint.
So, I actually, in relevance to sex point.
Yeah.
So that was one category of people who got banned from GitHub.
Right.
Okay.
With no notice and with no explanation. Yeah.
Great. Okay.
It was like your
Project
has violated something, but we're not going to tell you what, and we're not going to tell you what parts. And the guy's like, there's nothing, there's no pictures, there's nothing. It's just text, and then none of the text even has any naughty words in it.
Right.
Like, what's the objectionable part of this?
Right. Wow.
But then also, another feature of some of these games is control of, shall we say, peripherals.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yay.
integrating with our favorite library,
Buttplug.io.
buttplug.io.
I'm not just the CEO. I'm not the CEO.
And so integrations, because it was like I was reading the thing, and it was like, and one of the other people who got kicked off this thing was doing integrations from this game with adult toys,
Right.
and I was like, is it? It's like, one, it would be funny if he was using buttplug.io just because it
And might
has
be.
that relevant.
Yeah.
And it's like, but also I would also be even more interested if there's like multiple competing buttplug standards.
I think QDOT would be surprised to find that out as well.
But-
I imagine it's more one of those things like where you say where it's like somebody writing a plugin to enable control that would interface with something like buttplug.io.
Right, because it's just a library that allows access to a bunch of stuff. You need the sort of integration between the game and the thing.
QDOT talks a lot, and I follow them on Mastodon, and they've spoken before about developing stuff for like Ultra Killer, for like all these other games where it's like you're developing a plugin that is relevant to the game, and you're also developing plugins that are like obviously that are control interfaces that are relevant to the devices that you're trying to control, and that's because those two things have to come together. You have to have people who are working on either thing. And
Gamers could have the strongest Kegels.
oh yeah. But it's you'd never have incontinence problems later in life. But yeah, so GitHub has been doing this now, and apparently there are alternative. There's alternative Git. I can't remember what it's called. If it's called, I thought it was called Gitcock. I'm actually not sure what it's called. But there's like another Git online service that they're saying, hey, you can bring your smutty whatevers over to us and use that for development if you want to. And apparently this has like kind of caused a bit of an exodus. And
So
yeah,
from the Patreon page of Soseke, one of the developers.
Sasuke is Sasuke. Okay,
Sasuke.
Great. GitGoon, thank you, our collider. Okay.
Shortly after the GitHub bans, QDOT offered me, through one of his connections, a chance to talk to 404 Media, where I saw the article.
Yeah.
In the hopes that they could get hold of GitHub and answer some and speed up the questions. I accepted and the funny thing, this isn't the first time it happened. The first time was when he set me up with Business Insider for an interview back in 2022. Unsurprised that they never published any of it, but shout out to QDOT and his incredible network building.
Yeah, that's astounding. Good for you.
So it links to the story, and then
Sasuke could have talked to us. We would have done a story.
TLDR, they did not respond even to 404's query, but started unbanning us basically right after that story was sent.
No shit.
So Illusion Mods is back up, and so is yours truly since yesterday. Illusion Mods was one of the other people.
Okay.
With my access restored, all my work sits safe and sound on Codeberg now. So they're obviously, after this, they're not interested in staying on GitHub.
I wouldn't be either.
They're going to be moving. Original repos on GitHub now serve more purpose than directing people to Codeberg.
For people who are wondering, by the way, as well, if you're using for source control, because of GitHub doing a lot of integration of Copilot and other like AI tools and whatever, Codeberg is kind of has become the new Git repository of choice online for a lot of very small projects who are like, I don't want to be contaminated or have my code read by an AI agent or whatever. And so if you see the word Codeberg pop up a lot, that's why, as more and more people are migrating to that. It is one of those things where I feel like if you want to have a service that represents you properly, that you need to consider actually paying for accounts when these kind of things happen, is to be like, hey, I'll pay for Codeberg access because it means it helps support other people who maybe can't pay for access.
And yes, there's also GitGoon.
And GitGoon is the
GitHub, but for adult stuff.
Exactly, yeah. And I imagine they have a very... This is always... We talk about this all the time in terms of like services that are provided by a corporate face that then decides that they don't want to do anything smutty because that would reflect badly on them to do something smutty. And so everyone else people just get thrown into the wood chipper.
I mean, it's usually when they want to try to sell or they have investors or something.
Yeah,
right?
or they're trying to attract investment. Even.
I mean,
Yeah.
GitHub got bought by Microsoft a few years ago.
Yeah. Okay.
And as folks said, to be honest, they lasted longer than people expected them to last without becoming terrible.
True. I saw a thing on Mastodon recently too that's like, hey, did you know that you can, like, Apple on the App Store and Google on Google Play Store allow you to report apps that are bad actors that are doing things like promoting pornography or whatever. You can just go right ahead and tell them that X and Grok are doing that, and you can tell them that, hey, did you know these are doing this? You can, I believe this is John Scalzi already did that, or John Moltz or somebody, but yeah.
I'm concerned if being a bad actor is enough to get you reported.
Yeah. I do my best. But yeah.
How do you test that?
This is another.
I don't know. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah. I assume award shows. We won some awards.
Yeah.
Were they awards that other people made or the ones that we made up?
I wasn't in any of the awards that weren't we won for
Because
stuff.
you know awards are made up, and if you want, I could make up some awards on my stream channel and award them to Lur.
I mean, Steam Awards awarded Silksong Game of the Year, and also Best Game You Haven't Finished.
Okay, so the problem I have with the Steam Awards is when it made me vote, it wouldn't let me put through my votes unless I voted in every category, including ones that I had
that's not good. Yeah.
no idea of like any of the games for, or that I would want to vote in. So, you know.
Final two stories today. Both are about GameStop, interestingly enough.
Oh, good.
Did they stop?
One is not so good. One is more wholesome. So we'll start with the not so good one.
Great.
So we can end with the nicer
cool.
one.
Thank
Okay.
you.
right.
You asked about what possible news could be happening already in 2026. I'll tell you. This is from Polygon. In the first weekend of 2026, many GameStop customers were notified that their local stores would soon be closing down. But if GameStop is doing poorly right now, which it is, they've closed a whole bunch of their stores. Up to 296 stores will be closed either this week, so they already are closed, or will be closing over the next couple of weeks. But if GameStop is doing poorly right now, it is not evident from the headlines currently circulating about the game retailer. Instead, GameStop's company board proudly announced that it will be offering CEO Ryan Cohen up to $35 billion in performance-based stock options, with one catch. The meme stock overlord, because Ryan Cohen's, a lot of the like GameStop go up, line go up stuff.
Hodl.
Needs to raise GameStop's market cap by billions of dollars to ensure that so basically they're like, hey, our current, and it's like ridiculous. So
their valuation is
ridiculous.
Okay.
But so they're currently their current market cap is $9.52 billion.
Okay.
Which is a lot.
Yeah.
And probably way overvalued. This deal apparently is if the retailer reaches a market cap of $100 billion, then Ryan Cohen gets a $35 billion payout.
I mean, I feel like that's fair in a weird way. Sure, I guess. Like, if you can make hundreds happen, then if one of us, like solely one of us, could make Lur suddenly have $1 billion.
Yeah,
and
you're entitled to a chunk of that.
And we could prove that.
Yeah.
I feel like that person is owed a good chunk of that.
Absolutely.
But, what?
So, yeah, I don't know how the closing of 296 stores features into this, but
it definitely doesn't make them that much back.
I feel like though, GameStop, famously is already so kind of its stock price is so divorced from reality.
Yeah.
That closing stores probably doesn't make any difference.
No.
And maybe gives them more cash on hand to do something stupid.
I mean, you're divorcing yourself of an ongoing liability because you don't own any of those stores. You're clearly renting space in them. Even the ones that are like standalone stores, I have a feeling they don't own any of that property themselves.
No, not likely.
But if they did own any of that property, turning around and being able to sell it on to somebody else means that you would get some money back for that, especially if you're selling stores that are or vacating space or whatever. If you could make money off of that in places where you're already not making money on GameStop because of Funko Pops, right? It's like 2/3 of the store is Funko Pops now, and nobody wants to buy that shit. Then you'd be like, right, we're better off actually completely shutting that store down because it's just not going to make any money. So that is a way. You're not paying wages anymore. You're not paying like anything to go on with that store anymore. You're basically just saying we're excising a thing that's not making.
I mean, they
any
got
cash.
rid of all the Canadian stores.
Yeah,
because we have them now.
Yes.
Not us personally, but like they became EB Games again, and they're owned by a different group because they sold
company
them.
in Quebec, I think.
Yeah.
And it's like, right, they don't have to worry about that. And I'm sure that sale was something else that also helped to buttress this image of like, oh, GameStop's a real wheeler dealer, right? They decide that, the Canadian stores aren't going to make us any money anymore because I'm a bigot. And so anyway, let's go ahead and we'll make some money off of those sales to the Quebecois company. So if they're going to say we're going to, right.
I was like, right. Wasn't that thing that was like the stores aren't making money in Canada because it's too woke or something?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That was the story.
Yeah.
And then they
It's like,
ended up selling them to
you're a bigot, so you don't think they're
someone
making money.
in Quebec.
Who was like, are you kidding me? They actually could make us some money.
And they renamed them all back to EB Games because we had EB Games for a long time. They got renamed to GameStop for a while, and now they're EB Games.
Why not keep it all at keep it? Go back to Electronics Boutique. That's
that would be fun.
That would have been great.
I like that name.
But the idea that you get rid of, I can understand because Olds had an EB Games / GameStop, right? Olds Alberta, which is like that's 3,000 people. 3,000 people probably don't need
a nice little store.
An EB Games.
Before a lot of that, a lot of the sort of mail order and stuff. Like that was the place to get games.
That was where you would go get games, right?
You need like an EB, and you need like a some random like card shop.
Yeah, and you need like a mom and pop computer store in town that can sell you computer parts, right? Before everything went to mail order, and I think that's kind of the idea here is where they're like, there's probably a lot of smaller communities that end up with a GameStop either in their little mall or in a strip mall or whatever outside of a Walmart that to these guys' ideas like. Cut out the bottom 25% of performers, like just get rid of them. They're not making enough money in these small towns. There's no reason to have that stuff there. Just cut them free. That will also help benefit our bottom line because we don't have to pay for employee wages. We maybe don't have to pay for like any sort of benefits package for those people. Like just basically start cutting that loose to be like we're getting lean and mean to do what exactly? To make the CEO some money, I guess.
Well, so I will say that I feel like there is a like. I don't know. I don't think Ryan Cohen has been a very particularly good CEO for GameStop, depending on how you measure these things.
Yeah.
But I feel like there probably isn't I'm going to close these 300 GameStop stores, and that's going to get me closer to my. $35 billion payout. $35 billion payout. Like I can't think that he like I feel like that this was probably in the works.
Yeah.
Before this $35 billion payout thing came down.
Yeah.
So it's probably obviously the guys I'm sure the CEO of GameStop has enriched himself in all sorts of ways.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's fine.
Also,
financially,
the idea of like how you raise market cap in a company, as I understand it, is the only way you can raise market cap in a company is you have to increase the valuation of their stock price.
Right.
And if everyone's bought stock and no one's selling, you can't sell stock to somebody else who's going to wait for the value to go up even more after that, right?
Well, you see, that's the trick, though. That's the thing. It's because there's a bunch of people who have shorted the stock. And when those shorts come, there's going to be the mother of all short squeezes.
That's right.
And then the price is going to go up to like $500 million per share.
Right.
And everybody is going to get incredibly wealthy.
Right.
And
That's what they're waiting on.
including Ryan Cohen, I guess.
Probably.
What's
yeah.
what's the wholesome GameStop story?
So
Because I don't think
Okay.
we have any more to say on that one.
It
but-
sucks that a lot of people have lost their jobs here. I hope that they go find better, more reliable jobs.
So, one of the places that they probably can't go to get a job,
Yep.
but it'd probably be much nicer atmosphere, is this guy's basement.
What?
So, a guy had a Reddit user called Chef Bill. Has posted a thing where he was like, I've got a nice big basement,
Sure.
gonna turn into like, a man cave or whatever, like
Put my game collection down
put
there.
my game collection there.
Sure.
But what if I've got this really big game collection? What if instead of just putting it on there, I turn my basement into a GameStop?
Okay, so he's like decorating it to look like an actual GameStop?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Okay, great. Because I thought for a minute it'd be like he opened a franchise in his basement, and I'm like, that would be the news of 2026.
Honestly, I mean,
That's cool.
in this day and age, why not? If you happen to have the space.
So yeah, he
Okay.
apparently there was a different so this was all I was like apparently there was a different company that went out of that closed up near him,
And he
so
went
he
and
could
bought
get
the
a
shelving.
bunch. So he could get a
Yeah.
bunch of like commercial shelving and stuff.
Yeah.
And he set it all up. He's got even like the glass countertop and everything. And except this is I love the idea where it's like, yes, here's the store. All of this stuff is mine. You can't have it. This is just my place.
Yeah. I mean, this is where a lot of people get. Sometimes you'll see people who have the demo stations for games and stuff. A lot of time they managed to buy them from stores that were closing down or happened to be getting rid of them.
I mean, I was thinking, this was even before all the stores were closing. These days, this guy maybe could pick up some great stuff for cheap from GameStop stores that are closing. But anyway, he this is obviously kind of a weird thing, and so this article is called like why and how he did this. And so, he's, as with a lot of people who grow up and thing, he had some nostalgia about
Sure.
spending some good times in GameStop. And he sort of was joked about to his friends that he had so many games that he should open a GameStop, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then it was like, hey, wait a minute, this could actually work. So he's saying, his dad, his father passed away like a year ago or something.
Okay.
And I think it's sort of weirdly apparently turned into this like kind of, because his dad was a very handy guy and taught him a lot of handyman kind of things. And so I think he said the total cost he says was about $2,000 for the whole thing because
Right.
he put it all together himself. And so the idea of sort of building this using the skills that his dad taught him was kind of this like cathartic process.
Yeah.
Which
it
I
probably
quite
would
like.
be. I mean, a year ago, you're still grieving.
Yeah. And so yeah, you can see some more pictures here of all his displays and stuff and building things. It's especially the like consoles, and I'm assuming these are like empty boxes of consoles, but like
Probably. Yeah.
the consoles with like the controllers all kind of like bound up next to them and stuff. And then my other favorite part about this is in the it says the CRT ceiling mount is a point of pride. Because it's not just GameStop. It's a specific era of GameStop that he wanted
Right.
to.
Yeah. Where you walk in and you can see yourself walking on the TV.
Yeah.
God, I loved that stuff when I was 5. We used to for our local video rental. We actually rented stuff from IGA, the grocery store, and they had like a CRTV in that area. So as a kid, I would like walk around in front of it a lot.
Nice. What I like, so in this article, he's saying, this left 2 questions that came to mind. First, has he ever actually worked in a GameStop? And
I hope not.
Apparently, he has not.
Good.
So, which probably means that he has
He can keep that dream alive.
Yeah, more positive memories. He says, does he ever now role play working at a GameStop? He says, I haven't had much foot traffic yet, but we've definitely toyed the idea of a few specific skits for sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's this kind of thing. If we knew this person was local, we might just be like, hey, can we borrow your basement for some skits that I think have been in the back of everyone's brains.
Yeah, I don't know where this guy lives, but yeah, if you've got any sketch comedy troupes in your area, you are a gold mine, sir.
Yeah, I've never worked at a GameStop. I did work beside one, which was great for my 3DS Street Pass.
I like this. There's this. I've toyed with the idea for a few sketches, a few skits just for fun. Like my buddy comes in with a gem from his collection, and I make some preposterous offer, or one up it with a very specific opinion, and then proceed to hassle him to buy a pro membership. Yes, the gameplay guarantee.
I was watching
authenticity.
They've got season 2 of Percy Jackson on Disney Plus now.
Oh, yeah.
I've been watching it, and there's a scene with Clarice. Ares is giving her a bunch of fallen soldiers to help her go off on her quest, and one of them is a Blockbuster guy, because it's the fallen soldiers. It's the people who lost, and he lost in the streaming wars. It's really funny.
It's a good show.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I have not.
I would advise
seen
not watching the movies because they are bad.
Did you read the books?
But I haven't yet. I've got them in my TBR because I think they would be fun.
Yeah, I mean they're sort of
they're young kids books,
like
but
kids
books,
books,
a lot of kids books are actually a lot more fun if you give them a shot. Yeah, Ares is played by Adam Copeland. Yes, and he's good at it.
Anyway, that was all of the stuff that I thought looked interesting to talk about today. As mentioned at the beginning, no checkpoint this week, but
which will be like last week now because we're kind of almost into the next week.
It's true.
We're airing on Sunday when we usually are on Friday.
No checkpoint last week. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. So you're seeing this on YouTube. It's also a little later than normal.
But anyway, still lots of cool stuff to check out at on our YouTube channel, our various YouTube channels. YouTube.com/LRRVG, LRRMTG, which we just put up the pre-release in record time, by the way, uploading it super fast.
Yep.
And then, of course, the Loading Ready Run and Loading Ready Live and LRTT for all our tabletop
There's
stuff.
some really good tabletop stuff recently, like
That's true.
Crokinole.
Yeah.
And cribbage.
We did some excellent...
Actually, the Crokinole one went up this morning, even.
Yeah. We've been on a grandparents games kick lately, I guess. But
I did download a game onto my phone that someone suggested in the comments of the cribbage game called it's like Cribbage with Grandpa or something, and you make your own grandpa and then you fight against him, and it's been really helpful for me to get my numbers back. It's a game made by like 2 people in Vancouver.
Whoa, neat. But you can like get outfits for your grandpa.
You can give him a hat, and you can like change his facial features and stuff. Yeah, it's really
fully
neat.
customizable grandpa.
It was like $4 or something. There's no ads. There's no weird achievements. It's just playing crib. It's actually pretty good.
Nice.
I don't remember who recommended that.
What's it called?
It's like cribbage with grandpa.
Cribbage with grandpa.
Yeah. Show you my. No, that's not my grandpa, but I've made several. But
wait, you can.
he just
wait, you can build relationships with other grandpas.
Well, there was a thing in the credits that said try out your luck against this name, and so I put them in, and I think it made presets. I don't know.
Ooh.
I've won one game out of 15, Paul. It's
wow.
actually very difficult. Maybe I've just
your
got
grandpa
it set too
kicks
high.
ass. Anyway, yeah, lots of cool stuff there. But for now, we will talk to all y'all later. Bye. Wave goodbye to Beach.